Hello, hello.
Hello. Howdy. What's up?
We're doing things. I love how we both, as soon as saying hello, hello, immediately grabbed our
Immediately.
phones.
Start recording, just pull out the phone, because fuck it, right?
Oh, fuck. Okay, so guys. Have you welcomed Ken Amata into your heart as like a well-written character in fiction? If not, please unsubscribe.
I'm contractually obligated to also stand Ken because I'm on the playthrough. Just because this is Josh.
We don't
Josh's
like you don't
channel.
actively dislike. Well, you
No.
never actually like finished Persona 3, right?
No, I played through a good like 3/4 of it and then just kind of
yeah.
fell off. But I mean, I've seen the ending, but that's neither here nor there. I like Ken. I like Ken. I like
He's
Ken,
good.
and I like his character arc a lot.
Right? Like him and Akihiko, I'm like, these are the best party members.
They're super good.
Because they're not the girls or Junpei. So
I like Shinji too, though.
yeah, but he's a coffin.
But he's a party member technically.
He's like a literal coffin.
You can save him in Portable.
You also play as a coffin.
I played through, yeah, true. Coffin Bros.
Coffin Bros.
Coffin Bros. Yeah, I played through like half of Portable because I was emulating it on this really old Toshiba tablet that my dad used to have.
Fuck. Oh my god! I unironically like Portable.
I love playing Portable.
I kind of like how they're just like, fuck it, it's a virtual novel
It's
now.
a VN and like the 3D modeled parts just Tartarus.
They look fine.
That's it. And for completely serviceable.
I actually prefer the point and click thing because like sometimes walking around maps in Japan, I'm like, fuck, I don't care.
Like, do I really have to run up to the classroom? Do I have to run down to find Mitsuru again just to tell me that I need to be what is it, badass?
No, it's intelligence for her because she's worried about your grades.
Right.
I actually think that's really cute that she's like, oh well, if your intelligence is too low, she's like, oh, you should focus on your studies. I'm worried about your grades. I actually
Yeah.
think that's a lot nicer, other than like in Persona 5 or what's her face, not Mitsuru. It's like,
Mako? Is that her name?
fuck if I know.
Short hair girl?
Yeah.
Motorcycle bitch?
Girl who really wishes she was as cool as a Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's character.
She's, it's fine. It's Persona 5. It's not Haru, so I really don't give a fuck.
Right?
Like, it's not...
I will take Haru and leave.
It's not Haru or Kawakami. I literally couldn't give a fuck.
I'm so upset that like I don't like any of the men, other than like I'm big on the Sun Arcana guy, the politician. But I'm not like, damn, he's hot. I'm like, damn, you're such a well written character.
Like his whole thing in the game, great. Like the good part.
It is the best written part of Persona 5.
There's no men in Persona 5 where you're like,
ooh. Like even when I look at Yusuke, I'm like, I've seen better.
like facts.
Like, I've seen
Facts.
better from this franchise, and I just turn
June.
back, look at June,
Go
and I'm like,
June.
honey, let's go on a date.
Persona 5, he's just inferior June.
He's
That's
just
it.
inferior June.
That's just it.
He
This
has
is
like
facts.
he has an uglier persona too. I'm just like, would I rather see Goemon or fucking Kronos? Like,
Listen to those names. What the hell do you think? Though I do like Yusuke's like thief outfit. I like a lot of
like
the
his
thief outfit.
no, the actual like the visual design of Persona 5 is the thing that Persona 5 has going for it.
People really like the music too. People like the music things going on with it.
I'll hem and haw over that. Like it's a really good soundtrack, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
also like, P3 and P2 just have the best soundtracks in the franchise.
And I mean, you have the most toppest tier of P3P.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
I'm not a princess.
I love that battle theme so fucking much.
I hate the female player character. Anytime she's talking, I'm like, just shut up. Just shut up.
No, she's so good though.
No, she's not.
Minako is so good.
No. I'm just like, bitch, get out of here.
Wait. What was her What she was? Because she was in Q2, PQ2.
Do you think I fucking played Q2?
I don't know. I thought I'd ask. Because I mean, the canon name for P3 Kun is Makoto Yuki Right from the film, because
it's Makoto. In the manga, it's a Minato.
Okay, so it's still okay. I didn't know
he has multiple.
That's real annoying.
Well, it's the same with Yu Narukami in the manga. His name was Seto.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I like Yu Narukami way better though.
Yeah. It reminds me of nice, cool thunder dragons.
Narukami, the coolest thunder dragons. I liked you as a pro tag.
Of course you would.
I do.
He's so boring.
He's at least not like broody emo boy like Minato.
No, but Minato. Okay. So Minato is the best of the post 2 cast, like for pro tags, right?
Okay, fair.
Because Minato, I really like how I have always hated how in Persona 4 and in 5, your main characters do everything for everyone. And I like how Minato, it's a nice give and take.
Yeah, you kind of, because you can ruin relationships.
Yeah, you can reverse social links a lot easier.
The first time I played through 3, I was getting really close with the one athletic girl, the tan girl.
Yeah.
And then I think I started getting closer with Yukari at the time. I was getting closer with someone else, right? It might have been Fuka. But then the thing happened where she calls you, and then it showed the card turned upside down, and I was like, oh shit, what did I do? Fuck.
I like how there's a punishment for trying to get with too many characters.
Great though. It's such. I mean, it's really well done. I think it's. But fuck it in 5. Fuck them all.
Date them all.
Date them all. Date
them all except for your male party members. Fuck you.
I mean, 4. You can't date them on 4, right?
Yeah, you can.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay, I could remember.
I'm pretty sure you can also date everyone in 3. You just have to space them out.
You just gotta be real careful with
it.
You gotta lock it in first, and then you can. But it's so hard to do because you have to say for Mitsuru, you have to increase your intelligence all the way before you can date her.
Look, it's a New Game Plus thing.
Yeah, but I just want to do it all in one.
Yeah,
please.
and
just let me do it all in one.
It's Fuka Bazooka that you have to have you have to be a badass.
That's what it was.
I love that this meek, timid girl is just you have to be a badass before I even look in your direction, and you're like,
don't breathe my air unless you're a badass.
Kind of makes me really like Fuka for no reason.
I do forget about Fuka, but when I think about her, I'm like, damn.
She has one of the best character arcs.
She really does, though. She really does.
I fucking love it.
It's very good.
We should probably start.
Probably a good idea. My bad.
Look, guys. Yukari's a trash waifu.
They make a better version of your Yukari in the same game.
Facts!
The teacher is just
Give
better.
Me the teacher!
The teacher is just better Yukari.
And she's basically better Kawakami as well. Her social link's far better than Kawakami has a trash social link.
Kawakami's social link, like in the game, garbage. I just love to look at her.
Oh, facts!
I just love and not that dumb, gross, stupid maid outfit.
No. I want her real self.
I want the striped yellow sweater with that messy, tired hair.
Bags under those eyes.
Give it to me. Let's go. Oh my god. Fuck.
I love that in Persona 3 you get with your teacher and she doesn't know you're the student. It's so funny. I love you figuring out it's the teacher over time. You're like, oh no, that's so good.
You're like, am I about to win high school?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh fuck. He seems to think it's the chores that I'm upset about rather than him leaving me alone. All right. Amicus frowns at me, and I can't help but feel a little bad. He doesn't seem to be trying to make things as easy as possible for me. And sorry. I gesture at his still stained front.
Don't worry. Yes, wine isn't easy to get out of the fur, but I know why you did it, and I deserved it.
It is. He's speaking... He's speaking. It's his language again.
Shut up, Cassius.
What?
Alexios?
Amicus gestures at the small cat who is currently stacking the dirty dishes on top of each other.
Could you please show Marco around the palace along with the tasks and activities you do? He's unfamiliar with nearly everything.
I would be happy to, Amicus. So you can order my pet around. Kato's standing over by the doorway, clearly eager to leave.
Enough. Try to be reasonable, Cassius. Both of you be off to your studies. And a quick shower for you, Amicus.
Amicus grumbles and starts to turn away, and then turns back to me, resting a paw on my shoulder.
I'll be back toward the evening.
The big wolf pauses, as if wanting to say more, but leaves me with a simple,
I'll see you then.
And with that, he gives me a little wave and another wink before following Cassius and Kato through the archway. And just as Amicus leaves, Cassius pauses to give me a sour look. Then again, most of his expressions are pretty sour, but it still makes me uncomfortable. Then I am left alone with the cat. I feel an odd sense of loneliness at seeing Amicus just leave like that. It's like my mother just dropped me off at preschool or something. He's the only one that's been treating me like an actual person, mostly, at least. I hear the small sounds of something clearing their throat behind me. Hello!
I do like his little, leaf and, I guess, olives behind him.
I think it's grapes.
They're black, though. But I guess this is an alien planet, so they could be black. What do I know?
They have purple.
That's black, Josh. That's like gray. It's like slate.
Yeah, but it's like one of those color design things where it's like I assume it's supposed to be grapes and it just is a dark color like that for
it could be
color palette purposes.
It could be grapes. That would make a little more sense.
The small cat smiles at my at me pleasantly, his paws clasped neatly in front of himself. I say he's small, but he's really about the same height as me. It's just odd seeing another alien that's my size when I always have to look up at the wolves. Hi. I see Alex's left eye twitch and he raises a paw to his head. Oh dear, this is going to be an interesting day. Is something wrong? More twitching. Just my lingua. It will take a while to learn your language, but it gets better the more you speak. So if you don't mind, I'd like to know more about you. I'm very curious. Amicus told me to act dumb, so I try to figure out how I might do that. I fix a distant look on my face. Far away. Alex blinks, then giggles. Oh. We both stand there awkwardly for a moment, before he gestures at the table. Well, why don't we have a seat? We eat their leftovers when they're finished. The cat moves over to sit on Kato's bed, reaching out for his own small plate.
This really is for someone, huh?
I'm reminded of how hungry I am, so I quickly do the same, choosing to sit on Cassius's bed to show dominance, since Amicus is covered in wine. Will the food agree with your stomach? I think so. It actually looks kind of like food. It looks like some of the stuff I eat back home. I mean, it's basically olives, bread, and meat. I point at each of the dishes. Alex puts his paws back on his head. Oh my, so many words, and in full sentences, too. I freeze. Oh, I mean, I don't really know what this food is. It's just guessing. No, I mean, it's your words. So many of them, and incomplete, complex sentences. I mean, I don't really know what this food is. I'm just guessing. Oh, okay, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, fuck, I'm bad at this.
I'm too fucking smart to act dumb, damn it.
That's so relatable. I guess the wolves uplifted intelligence a lot more back then. Oh, okay.
There you go.
Oh, maybe. I wonder if I've ruined our plan already, but Alex doesn't seem alarmed, just curious. So I turn my attention back to the food. There isn't much left on the table. The meat was mostly cleaned off by off the bone by Kato. And next to it are 4 slices of bread and the bowl of olives. Alex stares at the poultry, working at it with his claws, until it comes apart in 2 pieces with a loud tearing sound. He hands me half. You should be able to find a little meat on there. I take it from him, trying not to show my disappointment. And then he puts 2 slices of bread on a plate and slides it towards me, before taking to the remaining 2. Make sure to use the cheese. The bread is a bit bland without it. I pull a few thin strips of meat off the bone and taste it. It's good, really, really good. And I quickly search the bone for more, but there isn't much at all. Hungry? I look up to see Alex delicately picking at his own half of bird. Yeah, haven't eaten in a few days. Oh, really? Why not? The trip here was a bit rough. I guess I did not eat on the ship, but it wasn't very filling. Oh, I like the protein sludge they have. Yeah. That stuff is quite terrible. I can understand why you're hungry. Well, you won't have to worry. Why not? We eat dinner with our masters in their rooms. Amicus always serves himself very large portions, and always sneaks me my own my own food, since Cassius doesn't take much himself. Alex slowly spreads cheese on his bread. He will take good care of you, in that respect. With the mention of Amicus, I start to feel a bit lonely again. Actually, something I've noticed is that the whole palace seems to be lonely. So, where is everyone? Alex chews thoughtfully on his bread. I try to think of a way to phrase things stupidly, then give up as I decide he already knew I'm able to form complete sentences. This palace doesn't seem to have very many people around. Oh, well, do you expect others to be here? Well, I guess like servants or guards or some other officials. Most needs in the palace are covered by artificial intelligence and drones. Same goes for the palace defense. I suppose may be different it may be different where you're from, but the siblings learned long ago that the fewer sapiens you have in a location that needs to be secure, the better. You and I are exceptions. The bread tastes like literal chalk, so I decide to spread a little bit of the cheese on it, despite the smell. To my surprise, it's salty and creamy, and not bad at all. The smell is hard to ignore, though. So, what's the point of having a pet, then? Amicus didn't tell you. Well, he did. He just mentioned status and stuff. Is there any other reason? Why do we have to do stuff for them if they have robots that can do it instead? Status is the main reason, yes. Our duty is to be by their side during public appearances or in official meetings. Obviously, having a artificial sapient doing the same isn't impressive at all. We don't really have to do anything manual in the palace, but Cassius likes the idea of sapients being his servant. He says it reminds him of the old days. I see. Amicus told me that I don't really have to do anything for him except brush his fur. Ah, yes. Amicus is very meticulous about that. Do you know him well? Fairly well. I've been here for a few months now, so I've had my fair share of interactions with him, even though Cassius doesn't like it. I see. What do you think of him? I think that you're very lucky to have a master like Amicus. Why's that?
Well, Amicus is very kind. Sometimes he tries to be all official and assertive, and he likes to tease me, but he comes off as more open, whether he intends to or not. This is all compared to Cassius, of course.
I think for a moment. Do you not like being Cassius's pet? There's a pause, though Alex continues to smile.
Cassius is very specific about how he wants to be talked to and such. But this is a great quality for a prospective emperor to have, for sure. But in casual conversation, it's much easier to talk to someone like Amicus.
I take a sip of wine, and as far as I can tell, it's similar to the few times I've had it on Earth. He has been really nice to me. At least after the whole kidnapping.
Well, barring the kidnapping, he's been great to me.
Right? He is a very nice person. He just tends to not think anything through.
Nice.
That's what you want to hear.
That is what you want to hear. It's very good.
Alex's eyes flick to look behind me before he focuses back on my face.
Understand that normally we shouldn't speak so candidly about our masters. This is just a conversation between pets.
Oh, yeah, I understand. There's a moment of silence that goes on just long enough to get uncomfortable.
Yes, I think you would. No, I thought you would. I have to say that you're extremely perceptive, almost on the same level as a sibling.
I wince internally as Alex points out my intelligence again. Only took me 10 minutes to fail my one job. Alex smiles at me again.
Oh, was I not supposed to know that?
Apparently he's perceptive as well. Uh-huh.
Don't worry. Like I said, this is between pets.
Always being a bro.
Right. Alex leans in
Conspiratorial.
I can get it.
Okay.
Conspiratorially.
There you go. That's the one.
Yep.
I don't just blab everything I know to my master. I'm simply his servant, not spy.
He leans back again.
Though he might wish I was, but honestly, it's really nice to be able to talk to someone other than my superior. Amicus was the only one to treat me as an equal, but Cassius usually keeps our contact minimal.
I put the last bit of bread into my mouth, and as soon as I do, Alex sits up.
Come, we're finished.
Yes, Alex. I watch with fascination as the dishes levitate off the table. Excuse me. And float away through the archway they originated from.
Do you want to go outside? Like I said, there's not much to do, but the gardens do require a more sapient touch to keep them presentable.
Yeah, sure. I brush crumbs off my jeans and stand up. I'm still hungry, but the amount that I've eaten has taken the edge off at least. I follow Alex quietly through the hall, really enjoying the architecture of the palace for the first time. We enter the main hall, and Alex stands up in the sunlight pouring in through the archway.
Ah, aren't the mornings beautiful here? This is the best time to do work in the gardens. I'd say we have a good 3 hours before it gets too hot.
We start walking out into the gardens when I'm suddenly struck by something odd. So you said we have 3 hours?
Yes.
Well, how long is an hour here?
The same.
Oh, we use the same number minutes and hours and stuff? That didn't seem possible. Alex thinks, rubbing the spot above his left eyebrow.
Ah, well, the lingua is a complicated device. It's parent tech, so it's something that we don't really understand at all. But what we do know is that it translates languages in a way that offers the best understanding possible for the host.
Alex crouches by the pillar, examining the ivy growing around its surface.
I used a measurement of time specific to the wolves and their language, and the lingua simply translated it to a measurement you'd better understand. The small cat chuckles. It's something I've given up on understanding myself. It's not perfect, but it can create really confusing situations, especially when it comes to certain words and numbers. Oh. I see Alex single out a small white flower growing at the base of the pillar before he plucks it out and sets it on the side. I start to wonder if I should maybe learn the language. The lingua is impressive and all, but it doesn't seem like it's very specific. Alex grins. Don't think about it too much. Just try to remember that. That doesn't mean everything actually is the same. There are 19 hours in a day on Adastra, which I imagine is at least somewhat different compared to your own planet. Anyway, what I'm doing right now is pulling up some weeds. The drones do a good job of watering and pest control, but they often miss smaller weeds like these. I crouch at the pillar next to Alex, searching through the ivy for weeds to pull at the base. So, there were 19 hours in a day here. Yes. That's a bit shorter than back home. Oh, I get that. There are 30 hours in a day where I'm from. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
You get used to it after a few weeks, though. I prefer it, actually.
Could you imagine all the stuff you could get done in a day if we had 30 hours?
Oh my god.
If we were acclimated to a 30-hour-a-day schedule.
Oh my god.
It'd be pretty crazy.
30 hours and a 104-day summer vacation. Like, it's pretty...
No, for real, though. Let me get that 104 days that lasts for, like, 7 years. Damn.
I turn my attention back to the pillar and suddenly find myself staring right at a strange crab-like thing sticking into the stone. At first, I wonder if it's a carving of some kind since it's so big. But as I take a closer look, it moves and I realize that it's a massive living spider.
Spiders already, dang.
Right? The next thing I know, I am rolling away from the pillar, action movie style, before popping back to my feet. Oh my god! What is it? A spider thing!
I love that portrait of his. That shocked expression. It's really good. That's what the mouth is like. It's really good.
I'm standing a good 10 feet away from the pillar now, but I can still see the massive spider, its thick legs fanning out in the width of a clock. I shiver. Ah!
Oh, I see.
I stare at him. How is that funny?
I'm sorry. They were very startling when you first encountered them.
Alex walks up to the spider and starts making shooing motions at it. Even from here, I can see its black, beady eyes. It doesn't move at all, choosing to sit motionless on the pillar.
Adastran arachnids are insects are disturbingly large compared to ones on my home moon.
I look around, suddenly feeling like I'm in danger. Imagine a giant wasp descending from the sky.
Fuck that.
Alex starts to look more frustrated at the spider. Refuses to be intimidated by the limp wristed swings.
Nothing in the garden is dangerous, though, and they're needed to be balanced in the ecosystem. And this creature's venom is far too mild to cause much more than an itchy bump, if it bites at all.
Alex gives another weak swipe at the spider, and it takes the opportunity to bolt up his arm as so fast that it becomes a blur before stopping on his face.
Well, it's time to, die of a heart attack.
For a moment, we both stand there in shock as it clings to him like a face hugger. Then...
By Galen! By Galen! Get it off!
He dances around in place for a moment as I simply watch in fascinated horror. Finally, he shakes his head hard, and the spider runs down his front to scuttle across the ground and into some bushes. Alex heaves for a breath for a moment, trembling. Despite myself, I have a laugh in amazement at what I just saw. So if you remember the Flynn route segment, that's the big spiders described on the Adastra TV show. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
What? Why are you laughing?
Oh, look at his little flustered face.
Look at the gamer rage.
He's all flustered. His ears are all down.
Sorry, it was just so surprising. You were just so sure of yourself until... I chuckle again.
Well, it surprised me.
He shivers, rubbing his shoulders.
There's honestly nothing to be afraid of when it comes to those, but it was right on me, and the way they move.
He shudders again.
And you just stood there and watched.
I mean, what could I have done? If that had happened to me, I would have jumped in the pond. Alex sighs, and I see his fur start to flatten down again. And then he also chuckles.
Well, I was about to. Anyway, let's get back to work. If you see another spider, just work around it.
What a good-natured fella.
Right. I think we'll end the part there.
Okay. You know? That was fun.
You like adventures with little Alex?
I do like Alexios. He's being a bro.
He's
real chill. He's a
cool.
cute little fella.
Yeah. He's all right.
Yeah.
We'll see you around, everyone.